Hello, world. Welcome back to a new episode of Kevirsyle Network here at the Madness Entertainment Group. I am your host, Kevin Davis. I am a comic creator, author, entrepreneur, a go-giver, and occasionally gets yelled at and probably virtually slapped for not sleeping, but it comes with the job with being a creative. But today we have a special guest because we have been planning this for about a year, basically.
Yeah.
So please welcome my friend, my brother, Mr. Christopher Brown, to the show. How you doing, man?
How's it going, bud?
Man, can't complain, can't complain. I'm blessed to be alive,
Yeah.
breathing, and creating, man. How you doing, man?
Good. Any day we're looking down at the grass instead of up at it is a good day.
Oh, so you can say that again, brother. Man, we have been planning this for a while, since
Yeah.
last year, basically, because you originally signed up for December,
Mm-hmm.
and December came, but it sucked because it was after Christmas. And I text you, I was like, bro, I know we're supposed to have a live stream today, but I am swamped from the holiday and I am food
Mm-hmm.
drunk right now. And I don't think I can get off my bed.
Yeah.
And it was funny. You messaged me back saying I am the same way.
Yep.
I was like, it's a good thing you rescheduled for February. So I guess I'll see you in February. And now we're finally here. It's February. We're finally collaborating on this episode, man. Um, I'm pretty sure everybody knows you by now, but those who's maybe tuning in that don't know you, tell us a bit about yourself, man. Besides, you're the king of Slaughterville, but I know
Yeah.
that, but they don't know that yet. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm just Chris Brown, not the one that'll slap you for a sandwich unless I'm hungry enough. But I make board games. I make novels, RPGs, role playing games, not the video games, but the tabletop role playing. It's
nice.
something I've been loving doing for over 20 years now, since my first book was published. Yeah, I've been
Wow.
doing this a while. As you said, my best-selling series was the Slaughterville series, from the board games to the RPGs. I tried graphic novels, but those that can write a graphic novel script are blessed, because it is so much different than writing the novel.
It really is. I'm writing my first three actually. So
Yep. I found out my strength lies in the novels, and that's where I'm going to stick with.
By the
Yeah.
way, I love the 3 books so far.
Thanks.
So I think book 3 is my second favorite, but book 2 is my first favorite. If I'm
Nice.
being honest.
Yeah.
So,
That's what
yeah.
people said. People loved book 2. They
Yeah.
said 3 slowed down a bit.
But it made sense story wise. It made sense why I slowed down.
Yeah.
So I understand why.
And then now I'm writing book 4 already for it. I'm about halfway done. That should be later this year. And yeah, it's going to end what I called the Fall of Slaughterville arc. So
Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
The teaser, guys. The teaser. I'm craving for it. I want it.
that's
I
right.
freaking want it. Man. I'm really but since you're finally here, I'm really curious.
Mhm.
Why Slaughterville? What like how did this come together? Like I don't want to say dying, but I have been craving to ask, like, how did this Slaughterville start? Like what's the genesis? Like, come on, dude. What's the genesis of this, man?
So I started playing board games a while back,
Okay.
and I thought to myself, I got a metric ton of the different boxes of games and stuff. And so
Heck
I
yeah.
said, I want to have a game where you can play all your favorite types of games in one box. And I always knew my favorite thing was horror, because I started watching horror movies when I was 5. And it's just been, Friday the 13th, the original one on Laserdisc.
Best one. The best
was my
one.
first horror movie I ever saw. And that genre led to me being able to create a game that did allow for so many different types of games in one box. For instance, I don't know what you know about board games. Okay. And it's okay if you don't.
I grew up playing board games, so I know. So yeah.
So we have the slasher in there, who's just all about, she's just straight up trying to kill you, and she will chase you around the town. hunt you
Mhm.
down and try to stalk you.
Oh
But
yeah.
then I also have the zombie horde, where the zombies still travel around town. They still try to destroy the town, but what
Mhm.
way you beat them is actually like a shuffleboard flicking game. So you start
Mm.
with, depending on how good your perception is, you start on a certain line and then you flick to shoot
Yeah.
at the zombies.
Oh
And then,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's see. Jack the Ripper is a hidden role game. So one of you are Jack the Ripper.
Hmm.
You have to guess who it is by the end, or else, well, all the
Yep.
players lose.
Yep.
And it allowed me to have such variety to it. Now, I didn't know the name at first. I'll be
Mm.
brutal honest. I had no idea what I was going to name this thing. I knew the structure, the different the town, modular villain, all the different characters.
Hmm.
And then a buddy of mine, he goes, "Why don't you call it Slaughterville?" I mean, that sounds pretty cool. All right, let's do that. I find out later there's a Slaughterville, Oklahoma, and then I'm like, now,
Really
yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, now I got to
interesting.
go visit it. And then if you see Lori, we got to yell at her because she was like an hour away from Slaughterville and didn't go. Mm-mm-mm.
Come on, Lori.
What are
Really?
you gonna do? I tell you. Yep.
Oh my God. Now
Yep.
I want to visit because it sounds like a Silent Hill type of town. If I'm being honest,
Right.
because I love Silent Hill, so I'm yes I'm crazy. I'm crazy enough to go there.
Speaking of Silent Hill, do you know where that town is based on?
I think, but I forgot. I don't remember.
Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yep. I've hunted in that town. I've been like, you sit in the woods, man. Dude, when you're sitting there at 5 a.m. and you
Uh,
see the smoke coming up out of the ground because it's still on fire from a coal fire, talk about
Jesus,
freaky.
seriously?
Yeah, knowing that that's where Silent Hill is based off of. Man, dude, it's pretty awesome. Just in a freaky standpoint. Like, you're freaked out, but it's an awesome freak out.
I mean, as a horror nerd, of course, you're gonna be excited for it. So,
Exactly. I tried to buy the town, like, but they won't ever sell it
oh,
because
boy.
it's got an active mine fire under it. But
Well, I mean, I guess it's a safety hazard, so I understand why they don't want to sell it. So it makes
yeah,
sense. And speaking of
that
Silent Hill, I recently saw the new Silent Hill movie.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh
Um,
man, I was hoping for that one.
yeah, it didn't. It, oh God, watching it, I was excited for it because one, it's
Hmm.
freaking Silent Hill for God's
Of
sakes. I
course.
freaking love Silent Hill. I played the game, and I love Silent Hill. And then watching it, I was like, okay, this doesn't feel like the Silent Hill I know.
Oh man.
And I was like, it didn't. How do I explain it? It just it didn't have the flavor of Silent Hill. It was more of a just a heel.
Oh, okay.
And then the ending was like, this isn't Silent. You don't mind me spoiling it. Like I remember seeing comments like, the sun isn't Silent Hill. Like what? This isn't Silent Hill. Why is the sun there?
What?
Yeah, I'm like, why is there sunshine at the end of the freaking movie? Like, what the hell? But this isn't Silent Hill. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was like an hour and a half. I think I don't know how long it was. I just not wasting my time watching it, and I was just very
Uh,
disappointed. Um, I think it was the guy who I think it was the same guy who did the other song, the first two Silent Hills.
uh,
I think it was. I think it was, but I, they need to get somebody actually know Silent Hill to do Silent Hill. um,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
but still, but if you, I'm not saying don't watch it because you have to see because I don't want you to just take based on my opinion or anybody's opinion, but that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
So if you check it out at your own will, if you and like, so that's up to you how you feel about it. But it did not feel like a Silent Hill movie to me.
Hmm.
It felt like more like I know you said it was, Until Dawn.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like that in a way, and not Silent
Okay.
Hill. I was like
And I,
that.
and I heard the Until Dawn movie was nothing like Until Dawn.
It was not
See, I
whatsoever.
didn't I didn't even watch it because of that. I'm like, I didn't come
it
here
was
for.
they completely changed pretty much the entire concept Until Dawn, and it was like I was like, yes, I haven't played the game much, but I know the concept of the game, and
Hmm.
I've seen it enough to know what Until Dawn is. And so when I heard they were making a movie about it, I was excited. But then seeing it, I was like, okay, this is not what Until Dawn is.
Mm-mm-mm.
And then it was legit just a time loop horror movie.
Oh,
Literally, the characters legit die and come back to life in a time loop, and they have to figure out how to end the loop and get out the place. And I was like, I've seen this like 1,000 times.
so would it
S-
have been cool if it wasn't Until Dawn?
Actually, it actually would have been cool if it was not Until Dawn.
See,
If it was something else, I would have liked it. But they said they called it Until Dawn. I was just like,
exactly. Yep.
that was so freaking disappointing.
Yeah.
So, but
Did
yeah,
you,
that's just yeah.
did you see Resident Evil 9 came out today?
Huh?
Did you see Resident Evil 9 came out?
I did not. I didn't know it came out yet.
Yeah, I think it just came out today. Requiem.
Oh snap,
Yep.
dude! Heck
Just,
yeah!
just came out. I saw Heel versus Babyface was playing it, and I'm like, that's not
Ooh,
out yet. It's not out till like September. I
that's what
looked
I
on,
thought.
yeah, I looked on the thing. No, released today. You can buy it today. I'm like,
Huh? I thought it won't come out like Halloween season or something.
right? Yeah,
It's like,
no.
but okay.
Apparently, it's
I'm like,
out.
interesting. Okay. That's oh. And speaking of Slaughterville, you should bring it up to the stage.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I was like Slaughterville, the Beast Within.
yep. That was the
You got
first. Well, actually, it was the second villain I created. Was the Beast Within for it for the game. But yep, he's the first in the novel series. Then it goes to the slasher, and then we go to the cannibal rednecks, and then now we're doing book four is
dude. I'm
the
sorry.
body snatchers.
Cannibal Rednecks.
You know I
I
had
pro-
to.
I probably was laughing when I was reading the book. I was like, I probably should not be laughing at this horror story, but I can't for the life of me stop laughing at Cannibal Rednecks. I was like, I don't know why I love those type of stories so freaking much. I was like, probably because I grew up on the Wrong Turn
Yep.
series and like um uh what's the Centipede movie?
Oh, human centipede.
Yeah, the Human
Yep.
Centipede and like
The hills have
Dreamcatcher.
eyes.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. That he also have eyes wanted to. I'm like Dreamcatcher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like so. I was like that's. I was like he got freaking Cannibal Rick. This is freaking fantastic. Oh my god. What do you have like any inspiration, like movie wise or books you've ever read that inspired you to one create Cannibal Rednecks
Yeah.
or just Slaughterville in general?
Again, it's because it's Slaughterville is basically the town where all of your favorite horror movies take place, which lets me bring in everybody. But yeah, so my main thing for these guys was definitely Wrong Turn. The
Oh
Hills
yeah.
Have Eyes style, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, throw that in there too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all of them.
Speaking of Chainsaw, I did not like the Netflix one.
I didn't see it.
I did not like the Netflix one.
Note to self.
Yeah, I did not. It came like well, there was like parts I liked. Uh, mostly the killing parts. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I think that was pretty cool, but I just didn't. I didn't care for the characters. If I'm being honest, like I want to be drawn in. Like, it was like I'm always a big story person. Like I want to be drawn in to care about the characters before they die,
Yep.
and like to give me like emotionally invested. But I didn't feel like um the Netflix Chainsaw really had me emotionally invested into it. But it had me like, but I was happy that one character I didn't like got destroyed in the movie. But, so that was a nice one.
Hmm.
I was like, but I didn't like it was. I guess it was all right. I gave it like a 5, 6 out of 10.
Did you ever see the original?
Yep,
Okay.
I've seen all of them actually.
There
That's
was.
what I've seen every single last one of them. That's why I didn't really like this one as much because I've seen all of them. So I kind of
Mhm.
compare each style of each one. But I like the original more than I like the Netflix one.
Yeah.
The 2013 was kind of cringy,
Yeah.
especially with the line. I was like, "Get him, cuz." I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, I think that would have been funny if she was a redneck with like
Uh-huh.
with that strong accent. I think that would have been funny if with that line.
Yeah.
But 2013 or 2022, which is the Netflix one, I was like, yeah, it's all right. But
So
yeah,
I
I've seen every single last one of them.
so I was at a horror con not too long ago. I think
Hmm.
just last year, and Ed, he was there. Um, and I got to talk to him for a while because he was walking by the booth and he stopped and chatted for a while. Uh,
Ooh,
and he said he wanted to be in the next Slaughterville game.
ooh,
Yeah, so I said, hell
interesting.
yeah, I'll throw you in there as a character.
How does that
Mhm.
game work? I've seen some of the lives of how you guys played the game, but I couldn't like understand like how does the game work?
Oh. The lives that we play are the RPG.
Uh,
So that's just rolling dice and making
okay.
decisions and telling a story that way. But the board game, balls simple.
Okay.
Okay. The villains add a little bit of rules to it, to make it variety and everything. But for the
Hmm.
most part, with the board game, all you do is you move to one of the locations and you encounter the cards, which means you
Oh.
draw the card, read it, and it tells you part of a story. You'll make a decision on the story, and sometimes your
Oh,
decision
okay.
will work, sometimes it won't. Right? Uh, you
Oh
get
yeah.
to you get to roll dice, build up your stats, find items like guns and shoes that have been on dead people,
Mm.
energy drinks, that kind of a thing, and yeah, you're just trying to defeat whatever the villain is. Like with the serial killer, who's different than the slasher. The serial killer leaves clues for you to try to find him, and if you don't
Mm.
find him after 10 turns, he's like, "You ain't good enough. I'm out," and he just bounces.
Mm.
So, uh, let's see what else do we. Oh, the beast within the werewolf one, you can either cure it. In other words, you can go around finding the items that you need in order to make a cure, Andrew, or you can kill the beast. So you have options with that one. Dracula,
I'm a sucker for wolves and just
yeah.
animals in general.
So
I
I
was like,
think,
I'm a big monster fan as well. I'm
mhm,
actually and so a lot of my stories down the pipeline that I'm working on. I actually have a lot of different creatures that I created in my head that my artists tell me that I have a crazy mind for and that they enjoy drawing. I posted recently on my Facebook of one of my bull like minotaur type of character
yeah,
from a future comic I'm working on.
mhm. Go back,
He's probably part man, part bull, and like have like wolf type of feet.
hmm
So yeah, I'm a big Underworld fan, so it's kind of like one of my
nice,
inspirations with Underworld mixed with the Minotaur from like Percy Jackson,
hmm
or like well the Minotaur period, but specifically the one from Percy Jackson and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
I have, well, I have the Gone Hunting board game. If you like hunting, there's that. I also have Gods of Metal, where you play a heavy metal band trying to stop demons from taking over reality. Yep.
Whoa, that's new for me.
Yeah. That's
That sounds fun.
yeah. We got them all out there on the eBay store stuff.
Heck yeah.
There's let's see. Oh, there was one game that uh, I can't print anymore because it was owned by another company that I wrote. But speaking of the
Ah, that
haunted
sucks.
carnival, this haunted carnival actually haunts me to this day because
Really? Oh,
yep,
tell me more.
I wrote a choose your own adventure game where you have
Oh, I bet they are, pops. I bet they are.
different characters,
Mhm.
experience items, and you get allies and stuff as you're playing through this choose your own adventure. So you
Mhm.
have the book, but then you have your character dashboard that you use to play with, right?
Yeah.
Well, one part of the story, one of the possible branches and endings was you've now gone to Walker's Carnival. And that was a sick, evil
Oh.
carnival. Well,
Uh-huh.
the guy that I was making the game for said, don't write that part. We'll add that in later as an expansion. And I'm like, dang, I really wanted that. All right. Well, now it turns out I never got to finish it.
And
Yep.
also, guys, you can get Slaughterville, the book on Amazon. Link right here in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. Pop this up real quick.
And
All right.
then
Continue.
now I'm doing that the Jake Bishop book. Uh,
Ah,
I
nice
start.
leeway. Maybe I should bring that up.
Let
The
me
Jake Bishop
this
case.
one. Yep. So I started reading Doc's book, that damn dirty thing book of his,
Mm,
and
such a good book. Oh my god. Such a freaking good book.
And I liked Jake, and I love that old style noir, pulpy adventure style stories.
Hmm.
So I asked him, I said, "Hey, do you mind if I take a shot at it?" He's like, "Hell no, go ahead." So I wrote this. Now Doc's take on Jake Bishop and is more grounded
Hmm.
in the city, more focused on the case, where mine was is a world spanning Indiana Jones adventure.
Ooh, that's an interesting take.
Yeah, and he said to me, he goes, "Listen, this is how we're going to do it." And he goes, "Yours is like a separate timeline of it. So your Jake Bishop can go do whatever he wants. I'm going to do
Mhm.
whatever I want with mine, and that's cool." So he gave me full permission to just go balls crazy.
Uh,
So
all bets are off when you get full permission.
yeah, and he read through it and he's like, "I never thought of doing some of this stuff." So so he's using it now in his book.
Oh,
Yep.
that's what I really love about working with creative because we all have a different take on everything. And
Hmm.
it's just coming together and creating a story and like and reading off each other. It's like, holy shit, I did not, I'm like, I didn't even think about that. What the heck?
Yeah.
And like,
Yep.
especially for like a noir type of story, I would never think of an Indiana Jones type of story. I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I would never think of that. But like for me, I would think of like a murder case like, when I'm thinking of
Exactly.
noir.
Yep.
And I was like, because I'm so used to that noir feel of a murder case.
Hmm.
I fell in love with noir from reading um, Doc's book.
Yep.
Like I knew of noir, but I never really full fledged actually read anything of noir. Does that
Hmm.
make sense?
Yeah.
His book was like actually my first time actually reading a full noir story.
Yep.
And I was like, and now looking at this, I'm like an Indiana Jones noir story.
Yep.
That's an interesting combination. And with my writing, I'm all about combining different concepts together and
Hmm.
making my own thing. But I have like I would never thought of doing that ever. I was like, because I can take a comedy, like for example, an Adam Sandler movie. I can take
Hmm.
Adam Sandler movie, Grown Ups, with John Carpenter, The Thing. I can take a concept from here, concept from there, and make my own horror comedy monster mashup.
Hmm.
Or hell, I can take an animation movie, like I don't know, K-pop Demon Hunters mixed with Slaughterville Rednecks. I can make a
Hmm.
redneck musical or something. I don't
Nice.
know.
A country
But
western bando bluegrass band that their town is taken
exactly.
over. Yep. Now they have to
Exactly. Hey, what's up, Taco?
go. Everybody's taco.
Now
We are
you're
all
making me
taco.
hungry.
Yeah,
Now
I
you're
know.
making
I
me
had
hungry.
I had tacos the other day.
Uh,
Um,
I haven't had tacos in a while,
it's a good
but
fun meal. But this one starts off again like it starts off with a simple case. Like
uh-huh.
he's sent out to go get something from a warehouse,
Mm.
and turns out the thing is missing.
Oh,
He goes back to his office, gets a message from his buddy Clive, and says, "Meet me at the diner." So he go to the diner, and they're like, "Dude, you bailed on me years ago. You just
yeah.
left. You left me hanging, and now you're here asking for help." Well, he still feels, he's like, "All right, I'm still going to help you because we were buds and all."
Mm.
So Clive convinces him to go break into this museum in Solomon City. That's the town. That's the city they live in.
Pops.
We are all taco.
Taco.
Dang right.
Wow.
And while they're in this museum, they find what was supposed to be in the crate. They
Mhm.
find it in there, but they get ambushed by a cult, and these cultists come in and they
It's
start
always
just
a cult. Never
blasting.
fails.
Right? And you'd think they'd have knives and stuff. No, they start blasting. And well, Clive ends up dying. Uh,
Yeah.
the museum explodes because you got to have an explosion.
Of course.
Jake,
It's not right to not explode a museum. Like, come on.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
an unspoken rule. Explode a museum when you feature a museum.
It's an '80s action movie. Damn it, things have to explode.
Exactly. That's an unspoken rule.
Yeah. So, but Jake makes it out obviously because the rest of the book happens, and He meets Mona, who then tells him this is what Clive was working on, and Jake's like, I gotta finish my boy's last case, and that's where
Mm.
they go out onto this world-spanning adventure.
Huh. Kind of give like that Sherlock Holmes kind of feel to it too.
Hmm. I wanna try to write Holmes, but he is real
He is
difficult.
difficult to do. He's a very complex character.
Yeah.
Oh God, but that's why I love him so much because he's very complex and he has some amazing adventures. I've seen not every iteration of Sherlock Holmes.
Mm.
I've seen the Downey
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes,
I
the
like it.
Benedict Sherlock Holmes.
Yep. Yep.
Who else plays Sherlock? Uh,
If you can
what's
go, if you go to the older ones, it's Basil Rathbone.
Thank you. I suck at names. Yeah, I'm like, what's the older one? What's the original? I'm sorry. I was like, I
Hmm.
suck at names, but I've seen those iterations
Yep.
of show. Maybe I've seen all of them. Then never mind. No, I think about it, I think I've seen all of them.
There
Oh,
was
and
the
then
one, wasn't Elementary with that?
that one I did not see. That's the one. Yeah, that was a show. I did not see that series. I did not see that
Yeah.
one. That's the one I missed. And
Me,
then I watched his Enola Holmes on
the
Netflix. That's
sister.
actually
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. That's the sister seeing her perspective on mysteries and stuff. I'm like, that's actually pretty good. I should like it. And Henry Cavill's Sherlock is actually pretty smooth as Sherlock. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, he's pretty smooth. So I think have you seen it? Have you seen Enola Holmes?
No.
I think you might actually enjoy it. I think because it's a very fun adventure, and she actually does like break the third wall, and
Yeah.
she's like I think like she's actually talking to the audience who watching the movie. I think it's
Oh,
actually. I think you might actually enjoy it and have some fun with it. So whenever you get the chance, let me know what you think about it. I think you might actually like it. There's two movies so far. The third one comes out later this year, but they're on Netflix.
hmm.
So I think is
Okay.
that what Henry Cavill as Sherlock is actually he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool as Sherlock Holmes. And
So,
who's the collector?
the collector. He is. Think of like the mysterious contact in the desert. He
Uh,
has a shop that it's always moving, and you only find him if he sends somebody out to get you. That's the only way you can find
ooh,
his shop, because
ooh.
he keeps moving and hiding it. But he's the one that knows everything, but he won't tell you anything unless you pay him.
Of course, just like information ain't free.
That's right.
The information is not free, especially when you go great lengths to get the information.
Hmm.
How do I pronounce it? Arslan?
Arslan, yeah,
Okay.
he's an old professor who worked with Jake way back
Mm.
when, gave advice and helped out. Um,
Ah.
Yep. So he's coming to him because this guy's a master of like astrophysics, star charts, and all that other happy joy stuff, which he just happens to need. So he goes to visit him, and this guy is like bubbly, happy kind of person.
Mhm. Interesting. I am intrigued with this story already.
And then the cult.
Always got to be a cult somewhere.
Yep.
I'm like, but honestly, it's fun writing a cult because you can go anywhere. You can go bonkers anywhere with a cult.
Hmm. This one's
Yeah.
called the Children of the Horizon Flame. So they're all about worshiping the sun, because they're
Okay.
in Egypt and all these other places. So they'll like
Oh, that makes
burn
sense.
themselves, scar themselves.
Oh boy.
They- yeah, they're all tatted out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sounds psychopath.
they're fun.
I like it already. I was like, I like it even more.
I like that kind of stuff.
282 pages.
Which is a
Holy
lie because now it's
smokes.
287. I added
Jesus,
I,
287 now. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Wow. That is freaking, yeah. I'm going to have to, when yeah, I'm going to spend the whole day reading the book. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to put it down, especially if it's a mystery. I love those type of stories, mystery books. Man. So this is
And
actually a full-fledged novel, not a graphic novel, right?
right, yeah, this is a yep, full novel. Yep. Sample chapters up there if anybody wants to read it.
Oh,
Uh and there's Doc, the inspiration thing,
this
and
guy. This guy looks
yep,
familiar.
yeah. I had a different picture up of him and he's like, "No, don't take that one down. We use this one instead." Wow.
You gotta make Don look good, man. Come on.
Then he wrote the
Right.
forward for me, so I just pasted that there in the campaign so people could check that out.
Wow. So it's almost like a noir universe that you guys
Hmm.
kind of making. Cause he got a damn dirty thing. I got my copy of that book right now.
Yep.
Freaking loved it,
Yeah, and
and
then
now
he
I
has
got
those
I
other
got
two coming out. He told me about another a one after this. I was actually helping him plot it out the other
oh
day. He's like, I can't think of how to do this one thing, and I'm like, all right, let's talk about it. So we were chatting for a while about how to do them. Those are
heck
just some
yeah
reviews for the Slaughterville books, but I thought people like to see that stuff on a novel campaign, so I just put that in there.
heck yeah
I
I got
only had I only had one negative review so far, which again, you're going to get negative reviews if
oh
you
they have no taste then
yeah, if you let them kill you, it's all right. It's but
yeah
it was that book 2 was their favorite, but book
okay
3 uh drug a little bit because it took too long.
they don't
They
understand the story then.
so yeah, it's again, I
So when
completely
I hear
get it.
something like that, yeah, when I hear something like that, I'm always like, you don't understand the story. Then I was like, if you, I was like, you're more. I'm like, you're here more for the action and like the disaster parts than the actual
Yep,
story.
yeah,
I was
that
like,
one. I actually wrote book 3. Did you ever see Con Air with
mm,
Nick Cage?
man, yes, it's just been so long. Yeah, I have.
I wrote the Cannibal Rednecks as a love story because
Huh.
I wanted to make you fall in love with the cannibals. And
Oh, sorry, one second. Sorry, you can back to his campaign right here, guys. The link right here in the comment. I forgot to mention that before. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't want to make sure this
it's
gets
all
out.
right.
It's in the comment, guys.
Yep.
Make sure you guys see it.
But yeah,
But
I actually had it to
continue.
the point where the wife was reading that book, and by the end of it, she is bawling because she's like, "But I didn't want this to happen," which I won't spoil anything, you know. I
Oh
said,
yeah. Oh yeah.
"Sweetheart," I said, "you understand they're cannibal rednecks. They're eating people and killing them." Yeah, but still, and she's bawling, and I'm rolling, I'm dying laughing. I'm an ass. I admit it. But
Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh man.
but it worked.
Um.
Apparently it worked.
Yeah.
I can write a love story, a horror love story. Cannibal rednecks.
I was like, just now you giving me ideas of what I
See?
might do down the road.
Yeah, like you said,
Uh,
combine genres, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Always. That's. I feel like that's what's lacking in like Hollywood, for example.
Yeah,
I was like, they don't have the balls to take risks because
right.
they want to be safe and like continue with these IPs.
Yeah,
And I was like, but you don't, I'm like, but you don't realize you're actually losing more than you're getting when you continue to rehash these IPs, right?
yeah. I
And I
think
was
the
like,
last. I'm sorry.
oh, you're good, you're good. I was like, people are legit slowly getting tired of the reboots and
Yeah.
the sequels. And so you might have like a certain group of fan base, but that will eventually dissipate at
Yep.
some point. I was like, yes. I was like, yes. Like me, I'm a huge Scream fan. I just saw Scream 7. I thought it was pretty cool. Like they went the route I expected it because that was the only thing that made sense when they announced like
Hmm.
the ghost faces. The reveal was a
Yep.
bit off, a bit. It felt weird, so I gave it like I gave it like a 7 out of 10 to be nice as a from a
Yeah.
fan point of view. But from a writer point of view, I'll probably give it a 5. I'll be honest. But five mostly because if it started out really strong, but you know, with certain movies, it starts out real strong, and then just as it keep going, it kind of just going
Hmm.
down. And it's but I think it was good seeing Sydney Prescott back and seeing her
Yeah.
new life with her daughter. But honestly, I think, and I know that they could potentially talk about an eighth. I'm just like, I think you could probably end it right here if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. Um,
But
but I was like, but we'll see what the heck they do. But at the same time, this has been 30 years going on. It's good to stop
we're
now.
good now. Yeah.
Uh, and then like
Yeah.
same thing with the Fast and Furious. I was like, that's going on for 30
Uh
years. I
huh.
was like, yes, I'm a big Fast and Furious fan, but they just now get into like storytelling when 8 or 9 came out. I'm like, now you're getting into actual storytelling.
Hmm.
And then now they're about to end that one in 2028 with with the final one. I was like, okay, now we actually finna end that one. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm still checking out because I've been here the entire time, so I might as well just
Right.
stick with the ride.
You got to see.
And so I was like, and then on the horror side, you have a new Crystal Lake show coming. I was like,
I was just going to bring it up. Yep.
I was like about the mother. I was like, okay. At first, I wasn't interested, but you cast this beautiful woman as the freaking mother. I was like, Linda. I forget how to pronounce her last name, but her from Scooby Doo. I was like,
Hmm.
crap. Okay, I might actually watch it.
I think she was
uh,
Hawkeye's old lady, right?
oh
In
my
the
gosh,
Avengers.
dude, I completely. I did not. I dude, thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot she was his wife.
Yep.
I always remember her from Scooby Doo as Velma. That's
From
always.
Scooby Doo. Yep.
But I keep forgetting that she's in other stuff, but she does. I feel like she does not age. She's so freaking beautiful.
Right.
When I heard that they casted her, I was like, crap. Okay, I think I might actually watch this since she's playing the freaking mother. It's
Yeah.
like the original Friday the 13th was the best freaking one because you didn't know who the killer was, and I was like, see, it was Jason's mother. I was like, holy smokes, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I fooled around and watched all 13 movies of the Friday the 13th. Which I'm like, why the crap did I waste my time watching this? I should have just stuck with the original.
Yeah.
At least the first two, because I think the second one with Jason was pretty cool. But the third and it's like, well, I'm not getting those 13 hours or so back, or it might have
Yeah.
been 16. I don't know how long the movies were, but yeah. And then I know they're bringing Halloween back for a TV series.
Hmm.
Apparently, I was
Hmm.
like, if y'all, I'm like, only way that will work if y'all going the anthology route, the original plan that John Carpenter wanted to do.
Right.
If they're going that route,
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting thing because I think Halloween does work as an anthology.
Hmm.
I was like, because Michael and Laurie show that story has been told too many times. It's
It's
done
done.
now.
Yeah.
And say Halloween ends Jesus, that was something.
Michael got his ass whooped by a band geek.
I
I mean, come on. That's not Michael
was like,
Myers.
you're telling me this dude just beat up Michael Myers and took his mask
Yeah.
and got powers?
Yeah. Just,
I
I
was
don't
like,
get it.
I I was like, and these are the same guys that made the 2018 Halloween, which was actually really good. And I was like, did y'all switch writers through production? Because I feel like this is not the same one that did 2018.
Uh huh.
And I was like, now they somebody must have been drunk or something, or somebody got fired or something in mid production because this does not feel like it's the same
They had
writers.
to.
And I was like, dude, no. And then I'm a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
I hated the 2010 one. I don't talk about that one at all.
Hmm.
And then I was like, I was like, but they keep trying to rehash the old things, bringing sequels to. Oh, you got the Blu-ray.
Yep.
Oh,
Because you gotta.
oh my God, heck yeah,
Yep.
dude. Uh, and then I was like, I know they trying, and apparently it was announced today. Paramount is trying to reboot GI Joe
Huh.
now. I'm just like, why? It's like, why?
Yeah.
And I was like, and so that's kind of like why I got into like storytelling because I want to bring originality and creativity back. And I was like, because I got to a point, I was like, why am I waiting on someone to tell the story that I want to see and be
Hmm.
original? When I can, like, you know what, fuck it. I mean, just make it myself. I was like, yes, it's gonna take me time to
Yep.
build it, but I'd rather build my own than waste my time
Exactly.
rewatching the same old thing over and over
Hmm.
again. And it's, and I
That's
remember
why I got started.
I remember I made a post on Facebook and I messaged you or we talked in Messenger because it was Avengers Doomsday.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I remember I forgot the conversation, but I forgot what we said about the movie. But I was like, 'cause I know this is gonna be a huge nostalgia thing. I was like, yes,
Hmm.
I will admit I am a sucker for nostalgia because I always wanted to see the X-Men with the
Yep.
Avengers and stuff. I was like, people think it's like it's gonna be the biggest movie of the year. Some of us think it might not be. I was like,
Hmm.
and when you think about it, it's a massive production, like what, 400 million probably without marketing,
I was
and
gonna
then you
say
have
without.
like
Yeah.
without the marketing part, and then the cat like I remember Dash mentioned it. He's like with the casting payouts, especially Robert Downey getting like most of the freaking budget.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they gonna need a
Yeah.
lot of payout to even make this movie successful.
Yeah, I think 2 billion might make it break even the way it's looking with all six
Yeah, and
hundred
now,
characters.
yeah, I'm like, this is massive because you got the original X-Men,
Yep.
plus the Wakandians, plus the Fantastic Four, plus the Avengers, and then on top of that, you also have Secret Wars right afterwards.
Mm-hmm. The three
I was like,
spider dudes.
I was like, dude, this is oof. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go see it because I'm a nerd, but you're gonna need a huge payout to attract people to come see this movie.
Yep.
And I was like, but I love the Russo brothers, so I'm like, I think that's I guess a draw right there because I trust them. I think they did really good with Infinity War and Endgame
Mm-hmm.
and Captain America. I was like, but still, that's a lot of weight. It's like, yeah. And
Yeah.
then Spider-Man Brave New wait, what's it called? Brand New Day comes out this
Brand
summer.
new day. Yeah,
I
I
was like,
forgot about that.
yeah, the release dates got switched because at first it was gonna be Doomsday then Spider-Man, but because
Then,
Doomsday got delayed to December,
yeah.
Spider-Man's coming first. And they just put out the official synopsis of it. It's like 4 years later. He's no one remembers Peter Parker, so Peter is Spider-Man is going around like they going like to his neighborhood roots. I think they said
Mm-hmm.
Brand New Day is going. I was like, interesting. And then they finally bring Scorpion. Was what
Okay.
the look from Homecoming. So we're actually going to see him again.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, they're actually going to tie up stories finally. Thank you, because this multiverse has been freaking out of whack. Um,
Yeah.
it's like so. I was like, it's going. I was like, I'm not sure it's going to be packed theaters like it was 10 years, not 10 years ago. It feels like it's been that long. It's only been 7 years since Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, but I just, in my opinion, I feel like they're going too fast with this, especially with Secret Wars. I read the Secret Wars book, and I was like, that's too much of an event to
Mm-hmm.
do it now. I feel like it's too early.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, why y'all rushing this Marvel? Like, what the hell? And I've always made this joke. I was like, my name might be Kevin, but I'm not Kevin Feige. I'm actually quality over quantity because I actually like to take my time with stories and actually bring them together. And I was like, oh god. And so, like, what's your take on this Marvel Doomsday Secret Wars thing, especially like budget wise and how much they're bringing this to this freaking table, man?
Well, if we look back at the first what 3 phases of Marvel up to Endgame,
I
right?
honestly lost how many. I honestly lost count how many phases we had, man. Oh my
Right,
goodness.
right. Well, what did they
But yeah,
up until Endgame and the Spider-Man after they had a plan. Like they
they
built
did.
up Thanos throughout that whole 10-year span.
Yeah,
Now they banked on Kang. Kang tanked out, and instead of getting a new actor, which would have been the smart thing, they completely switched up their story to take it into Doom, who if you read comics you know who Doom is, but if you don't, you might not even know who this guy is.
I know him
Yeah.
now since I got into comics because when I
Yeah.
when I watched the original, not the original, but the 2007 Fantastic Four. Rest in peace to Julian, fantastic actor.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Doom was at first, and then did the 2017 Fantastic Four or whatever year that was. That Fantastic Four, they do that Doom again, and they said
Hmm.
I hated that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't even watch it.
Good, don't waste your time. Uh, and I'm obviously like they still not getting Doom right. I was like, okay, who the hell is this Doom guy? Like, what's going on? And so I did my research when I got into comics. I was like, oh shit, they are not wrong. They really fucked up this character and doing
Yeah.
this. I was like, and now I was like, oh dang, Doom is more powerful than I freaking thought. This dude is a menace. Jesus. I'm
Yep.
like, and like the stories I've read, I'm like, oh, he's very complex to play. So that's very hard. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Downey plays Doom.
Yeah.
Uh,
And like, how are they
that's the
gonna?
other thing I kind of was iffy about. I'm like Downey as Doom,
Yeah.
but then I had to think about. I was like, wait, this isn't this is not the main timeline Doom though. This is the I don't know what the hell to call it, but the Fantastic Four's Earth
Hmm.
universe Doom. So I was like, okay, since they put it that way, that makes sense. So we don't even know who's the actually MCU main sacred timeline Doom is yet,
Right.
or who the Fantastic. I was like, okay, that makes sense story wise, I guess. But it was still, I was like, but still.
Yeah, are
That's
they going to
still
say he's Tony Stark Doom, or are they going to say no, that's
yeah,
Victor Von Doom, but it just happens to look like? I
yeah,
don't know how they're going to do this.
yeah. Did you see the new Fantastic Four movie?
Yeah, yep,
You saw the credit scene, right?
yeah, but you saw him from the back.
Yeah, they said that that's Victor from that universe,
Okay,
from that Fantastic Four
yeah,
universe. So they said he's Victor Von Doom.
hmm,
Well, that's at least that's from what I read on,
yeah,
but I'm not sure if it's actually 100% true. But but everybody has been thinking about it, but they're taking that Iron Man turning into Victor comic. I haven't read that
right.
one yet, so I have to check that one out. But I think this is Victor Von Doom, but he's just in the Fantastic Four Earth, not
Hmm.
in the main MCU
Yeah.
Doom. And like I've heard rumors about like the opening of Doomsday is where Doom is actually going into the Kang sanctuary and killing off the Kangs.
Oh my!
Yeah, I heard that rumor so they to explain why
Explain
to
why.
show to how they changed this from Kangs to Doom. I was like, you know
Hmm.
what? That actually would make total sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be a good transition that you actually see the brutality that he killed all the Kangs.
Hmm.
I was like that. I was like, but then when they started with Kang, I didn't really feel like he was a big enough villain. If I'm being honest, anyway,
Hmm.
I was like, oh, he's a multi dimensional character, I guess, or god, or I don't know what the hell to call him.
Yeah.
I wasn't truly invested. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's the problem. They didn't really build him up at all.
yeah, I was like, you introduced him in Ant Man and the Wasp, Quantumania,
Hmm.
and then explained how he's a multi-dimensional being, and then I was like, oh, I've seen those characters like 1,000 times over again.
Hmm.
I was like, but he doesn't really like feel like a big enough threat to be invested in like Thanos was.
Yep.
And I'm like watching Loki. I was like, with all these freaking time warps, seeing the other versions. I was like, sweet Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Like time travel stories are a headache to write, and I honestly don't think I would do it. But then again, I'm a never say never person.
Never seen it. Yep.
So I was like, but I followed it because I want to see where it goes. Even though this saga has been wacky, and
Hmm.
I'm like, where the hell the Eternals? It's been 5 years now. I was like, they ended on a massive cliffhanger. Don't know where the hell they are.
Well,
And
that
then
that
I was
movie
like,
pissed me off because
really,
yeah, and not for any of the acting and anything else. I mean,
hmm
but because they had this thing burst out of the earth, right?
hmm
That big, what did they
yeah,
call it? Celestial thing, right?
slash, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And there were no tsunamis, there were no earthquakes, there was no like major devastation for this giant creature, and then they just like
uh,
forgot about it for like 4 movies. And I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
and we see the hand in Captain America: Brave New World, which was very
yeah,
random to me. But they acknowledged it, but they didn't acknowledge it.
exactly,
But and then I remember Captain America: Brave New World had so many reshoots, and watching the
hmm,
movie, you could see what was cut.
so bad.
I was like, that was so wacky. I
Hmm.
was like, literally, when they flipped those scenes, I could tell. I was like, oh, that was something right there they cut
Yep,
out. I'm like, they did not edit that too good. I'm just
yep.
like,
And I
oh,
wanted to like it. I want to
I
like these movies, but they don't make it easy.
they don't. And I was like, Anthony Mackie, he's not really a lead actor in my opinion. He's not that strong of a lead actor to me.
Except in Twisted Metal. If you saw him in Twisted Metal,
I
it is
just saw that
it,
show. That's
oh,
the
I
I'm talking
love.
about. I'm like Twisted Metal. That's a whole different meat. That's TV. I'm like
Yeah,
cool, but as a big action movie,
yeah. No, he's not holding it. He's
no, he does. No, I'm like I was more excited for the new Falcon guy than the Captain America guy. You know what I mean?
yep,
I was like, and I was more excited to see the villain from Incredible Hulk again. I was like,
yeah,
finally they brought him back. I was
yep.
like, finally. I was like, but Anthony Mackie, he works for TV, but he doesn't really work for the big type of
Spectacle movies. Yep.
thank you. I couldn't find the word. Spectacle movies and like now I'm and then I know off camera is that the Sam has been recruiting his Avengers.
Hmm.
I was like interesting and really interesting. And I know I'm like, have you checked out Thunderbolts yet?
I did see that one. Yep.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty good. I love the message of that movie, Thunderbolts. I think that was pretty good.
Hmm.
Um, And then I was like, is this? I'm like, but it's gonna be an interesting dynamic to see how all of these characters balance each other because oof, Jesus, that's because you bring in on a lot of story that doesn't connect,
Yeah,
and so that's really kind of having me on the iffy side because none of these stories actually connected. Well,
yep,
Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, I guess, kind of connected because of the post credit scene
a little bit.
ish.
Yeah,
I was like, but watching the Fantastic Four movie didn't really answer the question how they end up to out the MCU
hmm
universe. I was like, that I was like, I guess they're going to show that in Doomsday, and then we have Steve Rogers apparently coming back as Steve Rogers,
yep,
and I was like, okay, why? And I was like, okay, I think is he coming back as Hydra Captain because we haven't really seen Hydra Captain yet.
yep. I liked
Uh,
Hydra. I like the actor.
yeah, I do too. I'm reading the story Hydra. I'm like, okay, I'm like, is he coming as Hydra Captain at some point?
Hmm
Or I was like, then you're not. I'm like, it's gonna be a huge nostalgia. I'm like, I know you're trying to get money, and so you're bringing
Yeah,
in the stars that got.
exactly.
So I understand it, but what's the story? And like, how are you connecting all this together? Is my question.
Hmm
I was like, I get trying to play safe, but at the same time, it's good to take risks. I
Yep.
was like, it's good to take risks because that's what's actually going to captivate and bring in more money if you take a risk.
My
And
my main issue with Thunderbolts, I thought it was
mm,
pretty decent, you
mm,
know, but my main issue was with Red Guardian, right? Did you
oh,
see Black Widow?
I did. I forgot he was
He
like a
was a human
trafficker.
trafficker. Yeah, he
Yeah,
kidnapped these kids and they're
uh,
like,
I
"No, he's the
forgot.
plucky comic relief now." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Dude, you could have
bro.
in that trauma movie, right?
Yeah.
So Yelena and him could have had that out." And they're like, uh,
Mm.
but instead it was he was just played for a comedy.
Dude, I completely forgot Black Widow movie because it was forgettable to me.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's part of why I forgot that he was a trafficker because that movie came in years late.
Yeah, yeah,
It would have been better if it came out before Infinity War. I would have been excited.
yep.
I was like, but it was a very forgettable movie for me, so I completely forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Red Guardian. He legit trafficked his daughters and trafficked these other kids. I was like, why am I rooting for this guy? I mean, this dude's a freaking trafficker. I'm like, he's an asshole. It's like probably because I love the actor. I think I don't know. That's probably why
Exactly.
I love the actor, but I hate the character. It's
Exactly.
like, oh shit, I completely forgot. I was like, but I'm like, yeah, I didn't really care too much for Black Widow. I was like, I love Black Widow, but that movie was
Yeah,
years
yeah,
too late. I was like,
yeah,
it was just there. I was like, but luckily I didn't waste my money seeing it in theaters. I just waited until it came streaming, so I
yep.
didn't waste money on it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna go see Spider Man, of course, and I'm gonna see Doomsday, of course, because
Mhm.
like I said, I want to like these movies. Um, I loved Deadpool, Wolverine.
God, that
Um,
was the best one. But oh my god, see that dynamic right there. I'm like, that's the movie I want to see more of.
mm-hmm.
That chemistry, they bounce off each other,
Yep.
and I was like, now that is a superhero movie I would not mind watching over again. I
No,
was like,
and then
it was
Johnny
stupid
Storm.
funny, it
Yeah.
was emotional, it was action packed, it, it had a lot of vanity, not vanity, vulgar,
Yep.
and I was like, now that wasn't Marvel, that was Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
and Hugh Jackman, like that was good. I freaking loved it.
And Johnny Storm's speech at the end of that, I was crying. I, if the last thing I do is,
Oh my god! And then it was also seeing Blade again,
yes, the only Blade.
Elektra, and then seeing Gambit.
Yeah.
Shockingly, because I know they tried to do Gambit movie for years with Channing Tatum,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, he actually surprised me. I was like very iffy him as Gambit. I was like, how can he? And then I was like, oh, he
Mm-hmm.
actually not half bad, and
Yeah.
it was really cool. They actually had the comic
Accurate.
costume.
Yep.
I was like,
The effects were
oh,
good.
I was like, okay, Marvel, okay, okay, like you getting my liking a bit there, okay. And now Gambit is back in Doomsday.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because they actually showed the credit of Deadpool Wolverine. If you actually look close at the screen, you can see the portal opening for Gambit. And Ryan Reynolds posted that on Instagram. I said, I missed that.
I didn't
Oh
see. Yeah,
snap!
I missed
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Literally, when Deadpool went, the credit was Deadpool went inside the TVA thing. showing
Yeah.
the evidence of what he didn't say. That was Johnny,
Yeah.
like you said about what was the villain name?
Nova.
Nova.
Cassandra
Jesus
Nova.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ryan Reynolds he posted that video and he said, "Look closer at the screens." And he zoomed in on it and
Yeah.
showed Gambit in the portal opening for Gambit. I was like, okay, so who opened the portal for Gambit to get him out the
Yeah.
what was it called? I keep forgetting names. Jesus. The
What the
the
heck is that called?
I call it the trash can because it
I
literally
know
was
what you
trash
mean. Yeah.
can.
Do you know what
But
movie I want to see?
what?
I want to see because they screwed up MCU Blade already, but I want to see uh, the original Blade, Wesley
Uh,
Snipes,
yeah.
coming into this MCU, finding Eric as a younger person,
Uh,
and this Blade becoming the Whistler, training the new Blade. This way, you got both of them. I want to see that.
that would be badass. And it was and then that one liner from Wesley Snipes in the movie. He said, "There's always been one blade, and there'll only be one blade." And then now
Yep,
the MCU Blade movie is canceled. I was like, "Damn!"
he was right.
I was like, "Dang, Ryan, you wrote that." I was like, "Dang!" I'm like, "You
Um,
legit just told us they're not making the Blade movie because they announced it back in 2019. It's
mm,
2026. They went through so many writers, so many directors. I was like, the guy who wrote the original movie came in and said he could help y'all." And
mm-hmm.
but he said that they told him that they're good, they know what they want. I was like, clearly y'all don't know what the hell y'all want because y'all can't freaking make the movie for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I was like, but 2026 is I think is actually looking interesting for movies because you got the Odyssey. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really care for Doom 3 if I'm being honest. I didn't watch Doom 2. I was like,
I'm not
I
a Doom
watched the
guy.
first one. I thought it was. I'm like, okay. It was like
Yeah.
that was like 3 years ago. I didn't watch the second one. I was like, I don't really feel
Yep.
like going back to it. And I was like, I don't really get a mood for it. And like, I know Doom 3 and Doomsday is going to be competing. I was like,
Yep.
now that's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
I was like, it's Doomsday. I mean, it's the Doomsday for Doom because I think Doom is going to get blown off the
Oh
market.
yeah.
And then Spider-Man: Brand New
Yep.
Day coming out in July.
He Man.
Um, thank you. That's the other movie I want to talk to you about. He-Man. I think I saw you made a post about it. What did you think
Yep.
of He-Man? It looks pretty cool.
I'm gonna go see it as long as they don't spend too much time on Earth. Like get the Earth stuff over and then get to
Yeah, it,
Eternia. And
yeah.
I saw people getting all mad about how his it said Adam and then it said he him on his thing. I'm like, dude, it's a play on He Man, right?
Yes.
It's them poking fun at it. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Dude, no, I wasn't mad. I was like, but it would have been perfect if he had it say he
he
man.
slash man. Yeah, I
Yeah, I was
know.
like,
That's
oh that. But the fact they put he him was freaking hilarious.
yeah.
I was like, maybe I think if I hope at least I hope they do. By the end of the movie, when he go back to his office, he changes to he man. And
And
then
I
Jared Leto as Skeletor. I'm like, that
yep.
design actually looks pretty
Oh yeah.
badass. Only thing I'm worried about is the voicing.
Yep.
That's going to either make or break the movie.
Hmm.
Is if Jared Leto actually either screws up that voice or he actually does really good with it. That's what I truly believe that's going to make or break the movie. Because Jared Leto has been messing up franchises for a while now.
Yeah.
It was Tron Ares and then Morbius and
Yep.
whatever else he's been a part of. And Tron Ares, if I, Jesus, I like the part of Tron Ares was was it the 70s 80s arcade
Hmm.
style. I really love that scene they had in there. I was like, because I'm like I remember going to arcades.
Yeah.
I was like I'm not I wasn't born in the '70s, but there's like an old school arcade I've been to here in my town. That's been around since that time. So I actually experienced playing like the Pac-Man, like
Hmm.
playing those big arcade games. So I'm like, oh, that's so freaking cool. I freaking loved it. And it turns out there's a restaurant slash entertainment center here in my town that's still like that.
Hmm.
That my sister went to, and she wants to take me. Where we're not crazy busy. And
Yeah.
and she's like, you can't tell that it's been there for years. It still looks brand new from like the day it opened. And I was like,
Okay.
Really, and it's still selling and it's still going. I'm really excited to see that.
Yep.
But I was like, do you have like your most anticipated movie you want, like you really want to see whether this year?
It's gonna sound stupid, and I
I
get it.
doubt it. I
I
doubt it,
want
but okay.
I want to see Street Fighter.
Dude, that's not freaking stupid. I freaking love Street Fighter.
Hmm.
Heck yes.
Yeah, I'm a big Street Fighter fan. I got
We
and
getting
I,
Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat in the same year, dude.
yeah. Yep, I'm gonna see both, but I want
Ah,
Street Fighter more. Um, yeah,
see,
I
I
gotta
was
see it.
when I saw the design of Roman Reigns as Akemi, I was very
Oh
shocked. I
yeah,
was very shocked. I was like, wait a minute, they actually got it. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, and people say it's so cheesy. I'm like, you never played the game, did you?
nope,
But the game was always
exactly,
cheesy.
exactly.
The game was always been cheesy.
Isn't Jason Momoa? Isn't he Blanca?
Yes,
I
I
think he's.
think.
Oh, him as Lobo. I gotta see that.
I forgot, dude. I completely forgot
No
about Supergirl.
jokes.
Jesus
I got.
Christ.
Yeah, I don't know about the movie Supergirl, but I just want to
Like,
see Momoa as
dude,
Lobo.
that's that's the only reason I really want to see it
Hmm.
is Lobo. I completely forgot about DC. I'm being honest. Oh, but from DC, I'm more excited to see Clayface mostly because it's horror, it's body
Hmm.
horror. I love the character Clayface, especially knowing Mike Flanagan does it is doing Clayface,
Oh, okay.
and he's a man. I'm like, if you've seen the Haunted Hill series and like the stuff he's done, I think he's the great person to do Clayface. And I'm really excited to see that. I'm more excited to see that more than I am than Supergirl because I feel like Supergirl is something I've seen before because it kind of gives that Guardians vibe and like a drunk superhero thing. I was like, boy, I'm like, but I'm still to see it because I've seen Superman. I was like, I think it was okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely interested to see where this universe goes.
So here's what I'm gonna throw at you.
Mm,
It's I didn't know about it until a few days ago,
mm,
but it's coming out apparently in literally 1 month.
mm.
Spider Noir with Nicolas Cage. Spider
Yeah,
Man Noir,
yeah,
a live action series on freaking Amazon.
yeah. It's gonna be black and white and color.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, I'm like, you didn't know about that? They've been doing it for a
Nope,
year.
nope. I
Yeah,
honestly just found out about it. Yep.
yeah. It looks really good. They just released the trailer.
Get out.
Yeah, it looks, dude. It looks fantastic. They released the black and white version and the color. And I'm gonna be a rebellious person. I'm going to watch the color, then the black and white. I'm going
No
backwards.
doubt. Yeah, I'm right with
Oh
you.
man. Oh shoot. I just realized we're over on time. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Oh, sorry about
Very good. But before we go, one, thank you for coming on. This has been literally months in the making.
that. Yeah, I
um,
appreciate you having me.
and you're welcome back anytime you want because we're all mad over here. Especially I'm ready for the next Slaughterville. So I can yell at you for killing characters. I'm kidding. Uh, well, please tell us where we can follow you for your upcoming projects and everything. And let me put this up right quick. This is the link to the Fountain of Shadows, Jack Bishop story case by
Yep.
the one and only Chris Brown, the Slaughterville King, and the King of the Rednecks. Just kidding. Not kidding. Uh,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
but please, where can we follow you?
Yeah, I'm usually on. I'm going to be on some kind of madness show. You
Very
can
much.
find me there easily. But Laughing Rogue PA on X is where my main stay is. I do some stuff on the Facebook, but not usually. But
Uh,
if you want to reach out to me, Laughing Rogue PA on Facebook or Laughing Rogue on YouTube stuff. Or like I said, I'm here on these madness shows
yeah,
all the time.
because we're all mad. We're all mad.
Yep.
But I'm Kevin Davis. You can find me here at the Madness Network as well because, like I said, we're all mad. I am on Instagram at I am Kevin Davis Official. Facebook, I am Kevin Davis CEO. Kevirsyle, my YouTube, kevirsyle.com, the Madness YouTube. And I'm also on Twitch now. I added that to my thing called Kevirsyle Studios.
Nice.
But this has been Kevirsyle Network, where we're all nerds, and we're all creatives, and we all don't sleep because we like having fun. And we like creating, and I really truly believe independent is the new Hollywood, and we're going to take over the world because you know what? Nerds rule the world. So we'll see you guys next time on the Madness Network here at the Kevirsyle Network podcast. There, guys.
If you missed the live viewing of any Madness Entertainment Group production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. We'll see you next time on the Madness Entertainment Group.